Effective counterterrorism requires a combination of social, educational, economic, and political tools that target those factors that make the terrorist option appear attractive. The strategy also recognizes that human rights are an intrinsic part of the fight against the terror, not an acceptable casualty of war. I am pleased to announce that the United Nations has signed an agreement with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on the creation of a United Nations Center for Counterterrorism. We are placing a growing emphasis on supporting regional and sub-regional efforts. We welcome the upcoming Global Counterterrorism Forum.
Much more needs to be done. The threat of terrorism is still mounting. Terrorists can strike anywhere and anytime. And the global nature of this challenge has not changed. Terrorist cells are interconnected, networked, and transboundary in nature. They are also adaptable, at the same time autonomous, and indeed techno-minded. Efforts to combat terrorism are growing more complex and more difficult. And the entire international architecture, Mr. Chairman, must address the evolving threat of terrorism.
Thank you very much. No hay que olvidar que en el terrorismo suelen confluir factores ideológicos, de criminalidad organizada, de conflictos no resueltos, de exclusión y marginación social o de falta de integración pacífica de comunidades locales. Por ello, la respuesta, además de las siempre imprescindibles actuaciones policiales y judiciales, debería incorporar con frecuencia un componente de desarrollo como medida de prevención.
Let me be very clear. The United States is firmly committed to the rule of law approach enshrined in this framework and to strengthening the capacity of civilian courts around the world, which have time and again shown their effectiveness at bringing terrorists to justice. In strengthening this international framework and in winning this fight, every country represented here has an essential role to play as a partner, as a convener, and as a direct provider of assistance, intelligence, and expertise to all those who seek to prevent terrorism from occurring, and just as importantly, endeavor to eliminate its causes as well.
Terrorism cannot be defeated by military means or force alone, but by using all the means at our disposal in the removal of the root causes of terrorism, in addition to the necessary legislative and security measures. Above all, the government of Egypt strongly condemns any attempt at linking the crime of terrorism to any religion, culture, or ethnic group. We believe that irresponsible statements that attempt to associate the crime of terrorism with any religion are in themselves a clear incitement to terrorism.
Thank you very much.
The ideology of terrorism is more persistent than any one group. So we must, as an international community, do more to defeat that ideology. We must all come together to say that the ideology of terrorism is wrong, and in particular, that the West is not at war with Islam, that Muslims and non-Muslims can and will live together in harmony. Only then will we further discredit a damaged but resilient ideology, and only then will we defeat the terrorist threat.